Hello and welcome to RCGC Today. With me I have Dr. Brendan Rickards, Dean of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics at Rowan College at Gloucester County, and Mike Capone, Operations Manager at Paulsboro Refining Company. They're here to talk to us about a new degree program at RCGC. Thank you both so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Now, Brendan, process technology is one of the newest program offerings at RCGC. Can you give us some background on what process technology is?
Well, at the STEM division at RCGC, we pride ourselves on working with the local community of not only Gloucester County, but the southern New Jersey region. Process technology is a very intense degree program because what it's designed for is designed for students to get hands-on experience in the process industries. The process industries involve oil processing, chemical processing, petroleum processing, where they actually take crude oil and they break it down into the goods that we actually use, such as our gasolines, etc., and additives that we may be using today. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to have hands-on training for our students such that we can prepare them for the workforce, because at RCGC, that's what we really pride ourselves on in the STEM division.
That sounds really involved. What kind of skills will students be developing as part of this program?
So like I had mentioned, it is definitely a hands-on training opportunity. The students are going to learn some first aid, some CPR, because those are obviously not only life skills, but also important if you're going to be working in the refining industry. On top of that, they're going to do the actual work that they would be doing in the actual refining field. So they learn how to handle valves, pumps, etc., such that when they actually got on the floor of an oil refinery or a chemical processing plant, that they know the terminology and they know how to handle these equipment in any type of a scenario such that they can keep the plants running effectively.
Now, can you give us an idea of what kind of employment opportunities exist for somebody with this degree?
Absolutely. With this degree program, it is designed specifically to prepare students that graduate from this program to work in the process industries, meaning they would be doing the actual hands-on labor on the actual refineries and the chemical processing plants. So they would actually be out in the field, climbing all the way up our distillation towers and doing the hands-on work outside. So it's definitely for somebody that wants to be outside, wants to be doing physical labor while using their own mind to troubleshoot and actual situations that you would run into. Further along the line, this degree program potentially allows them to move up in these actual industries where they could potentially go on and become not only the hands-on operators, but actually the control system operators, where they kind of run different parts of the actual processing industry and the side of the plants.
And can you give us an idea of what kind of salary range somebody might be able to expect?
Absolutely. So ultimately it depends upon which type of career they go into. On average, most individuals that would complete our program would have a starting out average salary between $50,000 and $80,000 per year. They also potentially could go on to earn overtime. And again, this is all commensurate with experience, past experience, as well as future potential experience that they could be gaining.
Now, a new degree isn't the whole story here. There's also an internship and scholarship program sponsored by Paulsboro Refinery. Mike, can you give us a little background on what that entails?
Sure. Well, with the new program, we wanted to help it be as successful as it could be. So to help seed some interest in the program, we offered up 4 scholarships. 2 were reserved for students coming out of the town of Paulsboro. Obviously, we are committed to our local community, and we wanted to help them. And then 2 are, ad hoc. So we have a selection committee between the refinery and working with the school, and we select 4 candidates, and we're paying for all of the costs of the school, all of the books, et cetera, so that people can get into these programs and get onto good, high-quality jobs. And you mentioned the internship program, and that's really, to me, that's the hallmark of this program, because as Dr. Rickard said, we want to get people a hands-on experience and get them the training that they need to be successful in the industry. And the best way to do that is to give them true experience. So as part of the curriculum, we have an internship program, 10 weeks, so the summer between your 2 years, you'll be at the refinery working effectively as an operator under the direction of seasoned, qualified, experienced operators, but getting a taste for what it's like to work in the refinery and do the jobs and tasks that operators do. And it's a fantastic program, that really has 2 ambitions to it. One is to further the education of the individuals that are in this program, and 2, we're trying to get a sense of who these individuals are and are they, worthy for future consideration as permanent employees.
Now, is this internship only available to scholarship participants?
No, the scholarship participants are automatically enlisted into the internship program if they wish to be, but the internship program is open beyond just scholarship. We typically bring in about 15 interns a year, so we'll need to hire more than that. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a great opportunity. I'm sure we'll have a lot of people lining up to participate. Thank you both so much for being here to talk to us about it.
Thank you very much for having us. It's our pleasure.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more RCGC Today. Welcome back to RCGC Today. Joining us, we have Dr. Patricia Claghorn, Dean of Business Studies at Rowan College at Gloucester County, and Anthony Belia, President of Belia Office Furniture and Belia Print and Design. They're here to tell us about RCGC's new Business and Corporate Center. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you.
Now, Dr. Claghorn, I know you must be very proud of the new Business and Corporate Center that just opened. Can you tell us about some of the features of the building?
Absolutely. It's about 25,000 square feet, 8 classrooms, a very large auditorium. But I think what's probably one of the best features is we have multiple conference rooms. And the conference rooms allow people to come in and do state-of-the-art meetings, teleconference, webinars, fully microphoned, all the technology. So we can do that for students, and we can do that with our business partners as well.
It's very impressive. Now, this is the first time that all business classes, faculty, and staff have been located under one roof. How do you see that being a benefit to our students?
It's just a fabulous benefit because they come in to their classes. They then can go directly to one of our computer labs. They then can stop off and see a professor. Everything is a one-stop. It's so convenient for them, and of course we have lounge areas, so it's really a one-stop for them.
Oh, that sounds great. Now, you mentioned that it's also a resource for the business community. In what ways could a local business take advantage of the facility?
Well, in multiple ways. We offer business partnerships in a whole range of sizes. So businesses can come in and participate in training that happens to occur at our site. We do training through continuing education. So they may be attending something, just attending as a business going to upgrade skills, or they may be a featured speaker in the classroom. They may be coming in to share their expertise with the students, or they may be a part of a bigger group like the Chamber of Commerce that's coming there to hold or sponsor a meeting. So it's really a wide range of possibilities why they might be on site.
Now, Anthony, your companies, Belia Print and Design and Belia Office Furniture, were one of the first to partner with the Business and Corporate Center. Can you tell us about what motivated that partnership and how it's been beneficial?
Sure. I mean, I could say that Dean Claghorn is a perfect example of one of the reasons why we not only maintain the partnership, but I think strengthen it over the years. As a Belia family member, our company is 43 years actually this Sunday. And so I'm third generation. And one of the things I learned very early on was that you don't forget about your best partnerships, and you strengthen those partnerships. And I was born and raised in Deptford here in Gloucester County, and one of the things that I realized very early on was that, we have a long way to go in strengthening our community. And one of the best ways to do that is focusing on education, early education, and higher education. So it's really, really important for us to not only maintain that relationship, but strengthen it.
Now, you're also an active participant in the cooperative education program. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Sure. What I hear out in the business community when I'm talking to a lot of business owners is that they're not thinking about the college and what that means to and the students that are there. And so it was very important to us to engage the students in providing them an atmosphere to grow. And so, we've had many students in both of our companies come through our organization and learn about, very specific things that we feel can help them with, them after when they leave and enter the real world. And so the two areas that we've focused on have been, for our print and design business, we were bringing in a lot of graphic designers. And they were helping us out in developing marketing materials and helping with our digital printing company, and really that was a huge success for us. On the office furniture side, we're focusing on not only designers but more business and marketing individuals. And I'm constantly joking with the dean here, but I say we need more students. We need more help. And a lot of business owners out there don't realize that the help is right here. And the students are amazing, truly.
Well, it sounds like the new center has plenty to offer to both students and the community. Thank you both so much for stopping by to talk to us about it.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment with more RCGC Today. Welcome back to RCGC Today. We're going to go to a segment with RCGC's Executive Director of University Relations, Mike Plianakis. He's going to tell us a little bit about the new 3+1 program. Hi, thank you so much for being here today, Mike.
Pleasure.
Now, we've heard some in the past about our premier partnership with Rowan University. We're now launching a 3+1 program to take that relationship to the next level. Can you tell us a little bit about that program and what it is?
Mm-hmm. The 3+1 program is pretty much, simply put, exactly like it sounds. It's a 4-year program to obtain the bachelor's degree. You do 3 years at Rowan College at Gloucester County all the way up through your junior year. And then you finish the capstone year at Rowan University, that 4th year. It can also be known as a 90-30 because 120 credits are required for a bachelor's degree. So you would be able to do 90 credits at the county college and then the last 30 at the university. This way, 3+1 is often simplified, but sometimes it takes students a little bit longer, and we want to make sure that you're not pigeonholed into just the 3+1.
So it's a little bit more customizable based on what the student wants to take on.
Correct, and we have it in 5 different majors as of present. We're hoping to expand that in the future, but right now we have it in psychology, law and justice, nursing, liberal studies, and our new program, radio, television, film, communications.
Well, that sounds like a pretty well-rounded selection to start.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any special academic requirements necessary to participate in 3+1?
There are no special academic requirements. We ask that students obviously meet all the prerequisites to take the 4th year capstone courses, but other than that, it's not required. We prefer that students contact our office, get in touch with our advisor, Alicia Kennan. She's able to provide direct advising from start to finish, so that students are taking the courses in the proper order for the program.
Now, approximately what kind of savings are we talking here based on what you would pay for a traditional bachelor's degree?
Traditional bachelor's degree in-state public institution, you look at about $50,000, $52,000, something like that. This degree we're hoping will cost somewhere underneath $30,000 when all is said and done. Again, you're doing 3 years at the county college rate, which at present is just under $5,000 a year, and then the capstone year at our premier partner, Rowan University, is about $12,000 or $13,000.
That's a pretty significant savings. I know I wouldn't have minded that option myself.
Absolutely, I'm in the same boat. We design a lot of these programs with affordability in mind, with accessibility in mind. These are really programs that provide great quality education to students, and without putting a mortgage payment on their back when they get out of school. I think that's been in the news all over the place, is affordability in higher education and cutting down student loan debt. And this is just another way that we can work on this premier partnership with a great partner in Rowan University, a research university, and really provide students that full education, get the baccalaureate degree, and come out with a car payment instead of a mortgage payment.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic opportunity there. When can students start enrolling in this program?
Students can start right away enrolling in this program. Now, we are expecting all 5 programs to be available with the 3rd year courses in fall 2018, which means that current incoming freshmen that just started a few weeks ago, they're able to enroll in that program right away. Students who are currently in their 2nd year, we're hoping that some of the programs will be available fall 17, but that's going to depend on a lot of different things. So we just ask that people ask for information and stay tuned, and we'll update as we can.
Now, for anybody who's watching this and thinking that that sounds like the perfect fit for them, What's their next step? How do they get more information? Where do they go?
The best place to go is our website, rcgc.edu. There's a section for 3+1. It's actually rcgc.edu/3+1. And through there's a form they can fill out for more information, and then we contact them directly as we get updates for them.
Well, that sounds like an easy way to save a lot of money and get a better start on your career there.
It's a great program.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by to talk to us about it. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more RCGC Today. Welcome back to RCGC Today. We're going to turn the show over to Executive Director of Athletics, Brian Rowan, for a fall sports report.
It's a very exciting time to be a road runner, and I'm Brian Rowan. I'm here to talk about our fall teams and also speak to a couple of our outstanding student athletes today. We're heading into the postseason. We're really excited about it. Our men's and women's cross-country teams are both ranked number 4 in the country right now, and they're preparing for the regional championship event and then the nationals. Head coach Ryan Hughes and assistant coach Angela Dunn do an excellent job every year preparing the teams. They'll be headed up this weekend to Essex Community College for the regionals, and the nationals are in upstate New York. We expect both teams to do very well in both the regionals and the national championship event. One thing that's been super exciting for us on campus this year is the excellent success of our soccer programs, both the men and women. The women's team will be the number 1 seed in their Region 19 tournament that's coming up, and they've won their Garden State Athletic Conference with an undefeated record. The men's team is now 14-2 overall. They're headed in as the number 2 seed in the Region 19 tournament and have played excellent all year. Here to speak with us a little bit about that today are 2 of our outstanding student athletes. With us we have Casey Lubanski, a freshman from Washington Township High School from the women's team, and also Brian Palangi, a sophomore from our men's soccer team. You might think we picked these students randomly, but actually we picked them as they were both recently received the Region 19 Men's and Women's Soccer Player of the Year honors. I think this is the first time that we've had both the men's and women's players of the year. We're not sure, but it's certainly a great honor for our college, and we're happy to have you guys here today. First off, I just wanted to ask both of you, what was your reaction to this award, and what does it mean to you to have recognition from the coaches to pick this? We can start with you, Casey.
Okay, well, I kind of found it myself when I was scrolling through my phone on Region 19, and I saw it, and first instinct was to call my mom. She's the person I tell everything to, the first. It's just crazy, so I'm shocked, actually. Yeah.
But you've obviously had a great impact on the team this year as a freshman.
I worked hard, though, this season to earn it, but still shocked about it. I don't know.
That's pretty exciting, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. And Brian, what about you?
Yeah, I was. We were at practice actually, and Coach Hobbins brought in, and he told everyone who got the awards, and then he announced at the end. Everyone started cheering. I kind of just stared at him in disbelief. I didn't believe it, and I was in shock, to be honest. Then I went over, called my mom. She was all proud of me, and then, yeah, it was cool.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure both of your mothers were very happy to get that kind of news, as any parent would be. One thing that we think is great when you come out to watch our soccer matches is it's local student athletes. You guys may have had teammates that you were competed against in high school, and now you're working together as a team together. Brian, as a sophomore, I watched you from last August 1st, the first day of practice, your first year, and I can tell your teammates have a great bond. You want to talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, over the last 2 years, we all got to know each other a lot more, like on and off the field. We all hang out now. We're all, some of them are my closest friends, to be honest. On the field, they're like my brothers I'm playing with. So it's always cool. It's like I'm fighting for them, too. I want to win just as bad as they do, and they want to see me succeed. I want to see them succeed, so.
Great. It sure seems that way when I go out to practice and see you guys in the games.
We all love each other, so.
And I see it on social media as well sometimes as you guys express there after the games, which I think is great and is certainly a good thing. Casey, you came to us from Washington Township, one of the best programs in South Jersey and certainly in Gloucester County, where you guys had high expectations. And coming in our program, we do as well. I think that's translated very well. Now you're moving into the postseason. What are the expectations that you and your teammates have kind of talked about?
I think we worked really hard regular season, and we want to carry that intensity over into postseason because we have a lot riding for us. This year we've had really high expectations for ourselves to succeed in every game that we play. We've lost like 5 games, but you can't tell that it doesn't say we're a bad team. It just says that we had a mistake and we fixed it the next game. So.
And certainly with the undefeated record in conference play,
Yeah.
which is most important, that's what we think is going to help you guys in the postseason.
Definitely.
So I want to thank Brian and Casey for being with us and wish you both great success as we move into the postseason and success academically as well. And again, if you want to follow our results, the best way to find us is on our website, rcgc.edu/athletics, and on social media you can follow us at RCGC Athletics. Thanks again, and thanks for watching RCGC Today.
Welcome back to RCGC Today. We're going to go now to a segment recorded on location in Stone Harbor, New Jersey, where we'll meet some RCGC marine science students and the tiny turtles they're working to protect. We're here at the Wetlands Institute in Stone Harbor, New Jersey, and we're looking for turtles with RCGC's marine science students.
We're actually with the Wetlands Field Ecology course that we hold in the fall. It's our second-year course for the marine science program for our students to get an opportunity to interact with field studies.
We have worked with students at RCGC for the past couple years. We have them come every year for their classes, just as part of their class, to learn what it is that we do here at the Wetlands Institute, to get hands-on experience doing research and collecting data, and to learn about why the salt marsh is important. So yeah, I think it's been pretty rewarding for them, and it's definitely rewarding for us as well.
Today was really fun. We actually went, and there's excluders. They find a nest and they'll put a cage over it to keep predators out, and hopefully the eggs will surface, and this is like perfect season for them to start hatching. So we walk around every day. There's some on the trail, there's some on the property, and we just check them. If there's an egg, we actually cut the top off, we recover the turtle that was hatching, and we have to mark what excluder it came from, and these get checked multiple times a day so that turtles have a better chance of surviving.
We checked their predator excluders. We made sure that if they were there, we took them out so that way we can measure them and keep them safe.
We looked at anomalies or like oddities in their shells and things like that to make sure they're developing correctly. Some people bring turtles from the road that have been hit, so they try and recover eggs. And we see that when they have those anomalies that obviously something was messed up in their like production stage and everything. So we just make sure that they're still able to live, and then we'll be able to free them and hopefully keep the population up.
So anybody who's interested in science in any way can take this course. It's not just a majors course, and you also get the opportunity to have hands-on experiences in science.
I'm a physics major. I want to join the Air Force and be a fighter pilot. I needed to do this to fill a requirement for my class, but I thought, why sit in a bio class looking through a microscope, because that's not really that fun. I could come here, play with turtles, play with the fish, look at the birds, it's gonna be fun. Last week we did seining, which is we go out into the water and we take a net out and we kind of pull it in and bring all to document the fish that we find. And what we were going through, and we found this one fish, it's a pipefish, and it was like, I picked it up and it was like real bony, but it wrapped around my finger and stuff. And it was the funnest thing, because it was just like, this is just what we're doing, this is class, like, come on.
We're actually the only community college in New Jersey that has an associate's in marine science. We've sent students to Rutgers, New Brunswick. We've sent them to Stockton. We've sent students down to Florida, actually up to Maine last year. One of my students graduated and she's in Maine. And basically it's the first 2 years of science. So you don't even have to go into marine science after these first 2 years. This is just giving you a very secure, solid science background for your first 2 years at a community college. And you get field study in addition. And then you can move on and do anything that you want, whether it be biochemistry, genetics, or marine biology in the future.
I'm actually majoring in marine biology. That's been my decision since freshman year of high school. I love animals, working with them. I thought about being a vet, but I could never put an animal down. So this is like an easier part for me to get into the conservation, helping them. I love turtles, so that's actually something I want to do. And I have a friend actually working in Costa Rica at the moment, and he's working with leatherback hatching, and he said that was welcome for an internship. So after I graduate, do grad school, hopefully going down international and conserving.
I love marine animals. I always have. Took a while to get there. My hero growing up was Steve Irwin, so I've always wanted to do what he did and just inspire other people to love animals as much as I do. My plans for the future would be to work at a zoo, aquarium, a museum, anywhere that I could help people understand about these creatures, be interactive with them, and because people really care about animals and they get really interested in them when they are interacted with them.
That's all for this episode of RCGC Today. We're going to leave you with some footage of RCGC's Club Day, an event where students have the opportunity to learn about the many different clubs and organizations on campus. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.